Okay. So to get started, let's take our measurements, make this process way easier. So right off the bat, we need to figure out our dart intake. So they say use the personal dart intake chart, boom, to determine the number of darts and the dart intake amount for our skirt draft. Our skirt length, they're saying as desired. Okay, whatever. A to C is our center front hip depth, number 25. Awesome. I love when we start off with no math. That's exciting. So center front hip depth, 25. I have 8.5. Then we need our back hip arc, number 23. They're jumping to the back. See how they're going front and back? So number 23, the back. Back hip arc, arc 23. Mine is 9 plus 1/2 inch. So we're adding a little extra fabric for ease. Okay, now we need number 25, our center back hip depth, which is 8 1/4. Great, no math here, that's easy. Then we need our front hip arc, number 23, and we have to add 1/2 inch. So 23 front, mine's 8.5 plus 1/2 equals 9. Okay, now let's go on to the next page. Our back waist arc, number 19. Here we have our front waist arc, number 19. There's some serious math happening here, so let's just start by writing this measurement out. So our back waist arc is, for me, it's 5 3/4, and the front is 6 1/4. Okay. Now they want us to add 1/4. Also adding 1/4. And then they want us to add 2 inches for the dart take. This one wants to add 1 inch for the dart take. Or we can do our personal fit from our dart chart. So if you guys, so now I have to add 2, and this one I have to add 1. 5 plus 0 plus 2 equals 7. I'm so lucky they're both 4s. So 3 plus 1 equals 4. 4 over 4 is actually 1. So 7 plus 1 equals 8. So this is 8. Woo. 6 plus 0 plus 1 is 7. Again, I'm so lucky they're both 4s. 1 plus 1 is 2. This can also equal 7 1/2. Yay. Okay. Dart placement, number 20 is 3 for me. Dart placement again, 3. Okay, our side hip depth, number 26. I have 8 3/4. Okay, that's figure 3. And then figure 4, we don't have to add any measurements. Great, and then we're not doing that, so don't even pay attention to that. Great, okay, we are ready to get drafted. Start drafting. Okay, so to start with, we're doing our skirt length, A to B, so I have A at the top. I made my length 18 inches because that's how long my ruler was, so I figured that was a good start. Next little bullet point says A to C is our center front hip depth. So A to C, looks like all you have to do is mark 8.5 inches from A. So here's A. So straight down, 8.5, and you get to be letter C. A to D is across the top. Okay, and it's going to be squared out, and it's going to be 9.5 inches. My ruler lining up 9.5. See my line going straight down, so I'm getting that squared angle all the way to like right there. Okay, and that's going to be letter D. Okay, so let's see here. Squared out from A to C, and B is going to be equal to D. So they want me to also draw E and F. So they want me to go straight out from C and straight out from B and make it all 9.5 inches. And down at the bottom as well. Oops, that was 9 inches. 9.5. Okay. Okay, and this gets to be F. This gets to be E. Okay. Great. E to G. So you know what, I think we actually also need to draw a line to connect these three. I don't see them mentioning it unless I missed it, but in the illustration it has them all connected, so why don't we do that real quick? I'm going to go up here and do the same. Okay, that'll make it easier. For E to G is 8 1/4. So here's 8 1/4 on my ruler, up from E, and that gets to be G. Okay. A to H is now my other side. I've already done the left. Now I'm going over here to the right side. That's going to be 9. And again, they want me to square it out again at C and also down at B, 9 inches, and connect them all. Okay, you know, I'm going to flip my ruler over. 9 inches. Okay. Oops, make sure my line's straight. There we are. This is why it's good to use pencil and not red ink. But I'm using red ink so you can see it better. I'm sacrificing the pencil for the camera. Okay, I'm gonna connect these. Great. And I'm gonna mark J down here, I, and H. Okay, that takes care of figure 1. Let's move on to figure 2. Figure 2, D to K is 8 inches. 8 inches, that's going to be K. D to L is going to be 3. Okay, H to M is going to be 7.5. H to N is also 3. Figure 3. C to P is 8 3/4. Now we need a curve ruler to do this. If you don't have one, you can use measuring tape. It's a little tricky, so let's see what I got here. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and just draw a squared off line for a guide. They don't say how long to make it. They don't even tell you really to make it, but it's illustrated. Figure 3, C to P is going to be 8 3/4. We want to draw this using our skirt curve ruler. Here we are, so I have it here, and they want it to hit this guide from K. They want it to be 8.5 inches. In the illustration, it's straight for a little bit. So, mine's out pretty far. Gosh. Okay. Here's 8.5 right here. Not matching the illustration. What would happen if I drew something? I have 2 rulers. Don't know. This one might be too curvy. What if I just got there? Even like went here. What if I just drew a curve just to kind of eyeball? This is such a sharp curve though, I don't know. But my line is kind of far away. That's so curvy, I don't like that at all. Well, maybe I do this. But then that's definitely going to be more than 8 3/4, isn't it? Or 8 and, yeah. Oh, I'm close though. I'm at 9, so it's only, I'm actually more like 8, I don't know, in between 7/8 and 9. So what if I want 8 3/4? Mine needs to be closer to here, so maybe I'll use my measuring tape now. There we are. Maybe this will be my curve right here. Kind of drawing my own. I'll erase that bigger one. I guess now that I kind of have my curve established, I can use this ruler to make a darker line. I'll go ahead and measure it again. Okay, is that a little short? That's good, 8 3/4. Getting my red pen out. He's the winner. Oh goody, I get to do this again on the back. It's also, because it's going to be sewn together, it also needs to be 8 3/4. They need to be the same measurement. So pencil it in again. Let's see where we're at. Whoa, so close. Bring it down a hair. Yeah. Actually, that's really good. Okay. This is a difficult step. Figure 3 is not easy. You're trying to predict a curve. Honestly, our bodies all have different types of curves and different shapes. So just make sure they're the same length, because you have to sew this up together. And you know what, during the fitting, we could pin it to your curve or to your dress form's curve. You know, there's no guarantee this ruler is the exact same curve as your body. So don't get hung up on figure 3 for hours and hours. Just move on. We have a fitting to conduct that will solve this problem anyways. Figure 4, we are gonna put in our back dart. So the back is the left side here. They want us to locate the centers of each dart intake and square down 5.5 inches and draw our dart legs. Okay. squaring down 5.5 inches. And then our front dart is going to be 3.5 inches. Looks like I did L and then I forgot to add some more darts. Oopsies. So after L, I'm gonna go over 1 inch and I'm gonna put a little dot. Then I'm gonna do a space that's 1.5 inches. And then another space that's 1 inch. Okay. And I actually want to go 5.5 inches below the middle of these two. So this is 1 inch. I'm going to go 5.5 inches below half of that there. So 5.5 inches is actually right here. And same with right here. And now I'll be able to draw my darts. On the front, after we have N established, we move over 5/8 inch. Put a little dot, we move over 1.5 inches. Put a little dot, and we move over 5/8 inch. Okay, and we're gonna go 3.5 inches down in half, so 1, 2, 3, oh. So it's half, what is half of 5/8? 5/8 is 10/16, so 5/16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here we go. So I'm gonna go 3.5 inches below. Okay, and then 5/16 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3.5, great. And then I can draw one dart leg here, one dart leg here. Oopsies, was that 3.5? Oopsies, that was not 3.5. There we are. Okay. Okay, now I can go back to my figure 4 and finish this. We have to true up our dart legs by adding to the shorter legs and blend to the curve of the waistline. Great. So, well, let's see how long this dart. These dart legs are actually okay. So they just want to make sure your dart legs are the same length. That's 5.5. Right now they are the same length. Okay, so we're going to draw our waistline measurement here. Okay, and that's it. So then I'm going to write back, front.